Hey everybody, it's me Mage and I'm here with another Speedpaint video, finally! So, in late January, probably not long after I posted my last sketchbook tour, my computer died and I had to get it taken for repairs and it didn't come back until last week. So I finally got it back, set up all my things. Unfortunately, I've lost basically everything that was on my computer, which is quite sad. So I'm gonna have to redo my little sprite things that I use in the sketchbook tours, and I'm going to redo my end card. Thankfully I still have that because I uploaded just that privately to my YouTube channel, but everything else I've kind of lost. So I'm starting from scratch a little bit. I'm finally doing this video that I've wanted to do for a while. It's a technically redesign. I already did the redesign and you would have seen it if you watched my last sketchbook tour of Cain. He is from the same little comic thing that I'm not really working on, but kind of, that Vincent is. If you haven't seen that, you should go watch his redesign. And I'll just talk a little bit about it and maybe ramble a little bit. So, of course, knowing me, Cain is a vampire. And I think his theme or his colour scheme is like pinks and purples, which I feel goes nicely with Vincent's primarily green with a little bit of reddish colours. So they do, in the end of the story, end up together, but for the beginning they're kind of like at opposites. But Cain is like a bit fun, a bit silly, but kind of has keeps to himself his actual problems. And I had a bit of trouble getting the pose right for this sketch. I don't know why, but mainly, as you'll see later, issues with his little hand that holds the umbrella, and he needs to hold the umbrella because he's a vampire, so obviously he can't just be out in the sun or he'll burn up and die. But the umbrella is cute, and he has like a little batwing motif, and I was planning to add one to the back of his little shirt, and you can see it in the sketch a bit later on, but I forgot to ink it and add it, so I'll have to go back and fix it, or just remember for his next drawing. I had a bit of trouble getting the umbrella drawing right. I used the circle tool to kind of get the rough shape, but it's still, as you'll see later, it's still quite wonky, but I'm not too upset with it. I think it's still kind of a bit cute, a bit charming, but I'll have to see if I can figure out how to make it straighter next time. So I was planning to upload videos at least once a month. It's a bit hard because I have full-time work and other commitments that I have to do, but I was hoping at least once a month, but because of my computer being gone all of February, I don't even have that, because I could have drawn in other ways, but I need my computer to edit the videos. So maybe I'll try and do 2 this month. I already have filmed my, I think, 2017 and 2016 sketchbooks, so maybe I can just edit and put those up. Those are a bit embarrassing because they're quite old, and I had a almost completely different style, at least in 2016. I think 2017 I was moving more towards the style I have now, but that's something to look forward to if you're interested in seeing even more cringy drawings, more cringy than what I currently do. But here I am working on Cain's hair about now. I like the little hairstyle you do. I mean, I probably do kind of similar ones for most of my characters except Vincent. I think he's the only one I have with long hair. Not the only one, but the main one that I've drawn. And, oh well, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's what I think is cute. I just draw what I like to draw. So I mean, I guess it would be good to diversify, but at the same time, this is what I do for fun. So yeah, whatever. It's a bit hard when I haven't done this for a while. I'm like, what do I say? I hope that me rambling is interesting. I mean, I enjoy listening to people ramble, but I think maybe I'm a bit weird. Sorry. Just going on with this little shirt. So if you watch my last sketchbook tour, you'll see I did a little page with what I was working on for his redesign. So I included his shirts and colours I was plotting out. It wasn't too hard because I already wanted to stick with the same colours that I had before, but he was wearing more of a plainish shirt, and I wanted something to more fit the like vintage fashion-y theme he has, even if just a little bit. And I like the little ruffles on his shirt. I think it adds to his more a bit cutesy character, which I definitely want him to keep, especially with his pink hair and the little batwing hair clip. Oh my gosh. I just remembered. I think in this drawing I forgot his little batwing hair clip. I only just realized when I was looking at the sketch. How annoying. Oh well. I guess that's what happens when you do things like in two different parts. Like I filmed part of it in one sitting, then I had a break because I was struggling. As you'll see, I really struggled with his hands, so I tried for a bit and then I just was like, I'm not getting anywhere, I'll stop, I'll go to the colouring. And I think that's really good advice. If you're struggling with any part of your drawing, or even just anything in general, just put it down for a bit, do something else, and then come back to it later. Because it's not perfect, but I'm definitely much happier with how it ended up. And I was just getting frustrated before, like it wasn't working out, it wasn't looking how I wanted to. So there's no point just like sitting there and torturing yourself, trying to make yourself do something that you can't in that moment. So instead I did something else that I knew I could do that was a bit more fun, and was able to come back to it later. For the colours, you'll probably notice I had taken a picture of my little planning page with the colours that I wanted to use, but they weren't coming across properly from the photo. So I downloaded a digital version of the Copic swatches and was able to just get the right numbers and tweak it a bit from there. And I think that's good advice if you do both traditional and digital and you want to keep similar colours. Even when scanning, the colours don't seem to pick up the same from what I see in real life versus what it looks like on my computer. So finding that digital version of the Copic swatches was really useful to be able to match the colours up and get exactly what I wanted and then tweak them how I wanted to, instead of trying to get to where I was before. I struggled a bit, I think, with the shadows in this one. I'm still kind of like, half of it is like, oh yeah, this angle, this makes sense, and the other half is like, I think it would look good with one there. And I feel like that's probably a bit common, especially in people that are like not the best or like relatively new to drawing. I mean, I've only really been seriously doing it for maybe 5-6 years, which, I mean, it sounds like a bit of a long time, but compared to other people, it's not very long, and I just do it for fun in my spare time, like I've already said. So yeah, I'm working on the hands again, like going back to them, trying to fix them and figure it out. And you'll see, like, they're not perfect, they're far from perfect. I'm not good at hands, and I'm happy to admit that, but definitely a lot happier than what I was before with them. I feel like I'm going a bit back and forth in this. I just need to get back into the groove of talking. Is there anything, I guess, that I should talk about? Maybe, like, I don't know if anyone's actually interested in what I have to say. Maybe everyone just watches it on mute just to see my drawings, although I don't know if anyone actually would be wanting to look at my drawings. I feel like there are a lot. I mean, I probably shouldn't be so self-depreciating. I definitely, like, not perfect. I still see I've got a long way to go, but I'm happy. Like, I'm happy with this drawing. I think it's cute. I'm happy. I like it. Like, the fact that it didn't exist, and then I made it and it does exist. That's pretty impressive. Like, even if my skill is not the best, the fact that I have any skill at all is good. And, like, I'll get better if I practice. And sitting here and saying, like, oh, it's horrible, I don't like it, everyone's better than me, it's not going to help me. And it's not going to help anyone. So, like, yeah, it's not perfect. Yeah, the fact that I only draw vampires is probably a little cringy, but it makes me happy. And, like, I'll get better. So, it's fine. It's fine. It's fun. It makes me happy. So, I hope that, like, drawing makes you happy. And I think maybe it's good advice. You know, don't get down about if there are people better than you, because I'm sure there's always somebody better than you. Even, like, people that you see, like, where their art is amazing and you think, oh my gosh, they're the best. I'm sure that they have someone who they're like, I'll never be as good as this person. And it's hard not to think that, but I think actively trying to negate that and go, like, I did this and I'm the only one who could make this. I mean, exactly, like, there are probably similar characters to Cain, but I'm the only one who creates him as he is, like the way that I like him, the way that I want him to be. Like, that's me. And that's pretty impressive. So, you know, I'll try not to get too down on myself. It's probably not very fun as well, listening to people go, oh, I'm so bad at this. Man, this is all over the place. I'm sorry. But I hope you're enjoying listening to me, even if it is a bit blah, 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 blah. I don't have too much to talk about on his character yet. I feel like he's a bit less developed than Vincent. He was more, but I just changed some things around recently. So what I really want to ultimately do is I really want to make comics. And I have like a little notebook with plans, and I have little characters and stuff, but I just am scared, I guess, that I'm not good enough or that I can't do it. So I'm a bit nervous about like actually starting it. I'm trying to work on that this year. Like, I'm making notes, I'm trying to plan out thumbnails and stuff like that, and I'm really hoping that by the end of this year I will have actually started it. So that's something to potentially look forward to. Encourage me on, maybe, if you're interested in seeing it. And I mean, if there's something that you want to do that you're scared of starting, let's both of us, or all of us, whoever it is, let's start it. Let's try and start it and do our best. Even if it's not exactly how you envisioned, let's do it, because it's better that it exists than you just wait for it to be perfect. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me just ramble on. I hope this wasn't too boring, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you, and I'll see you next time, hopefully soon. Bye!